Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning, Coffee Ann time, right here on ON Radio, Friday morning, January the 9th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan, and around the Coffee Ann table, Melissa Murray is here. Hi, Melissa.
Good morning.
And Rich Lane from Post 85 is here as well. Hello
Good morning.
There. And it looks like a Bruins jersey, but it's not a Bruins jersey, is it?
No. It's actually, you put my mother bought this for me, God rest her soul, like about 15 years ago.
Okay.
It's a Guinness.
Like Guinness, like the
yeah,
beer?
Yeah, and it's got like Ireland on it, and I'm French Canadian, so I guess Ireland don't. But it's funny because you know how you get things like, you got things hanging in your closet forever, and you say, I'm not going to wear that because I don't want to get it
dirty or
soiled or dirty, or it's just. And then you start looking and going, wait a minute, that's been in there for like 13 years. What do I care? At this point, you got to wear it somewhere, right?
Well, that's right. Well, thanks for joining us today, Rich. We appreciate it. The first segment of Coffee Ann is sponsored by the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. If you're a business, you should be checking out the Chamber, what the Chamber can do for you. They're online at nrichamber.com. All right, Melissa, remember we had the story 2 weeks ago or so, maybe it was 3 weeks ago, and all that copper wire, 11 miles of it was stolen off Route 6 and Route 37 and Route 295 because people were complaining, Rich, hey, it's dark on the roads because the lights were on. They thought there was something wrong with the overhead street lamps.
Someone stole 11 miles of copper
the light bulbs
wiring.
are fine. Yeah, all the copper wire was gone. Oh. Well, Channel 10's website, 3 men have been arrested.
Good.
How about that? And they've been arrested. They were arraigned yesterday, Thursday, in Providence District Court in connection with a series of copper wire thefts. Prosecutors identified the defendants as 46-year-old Jason Smith, 39-year-old Jared Smith. They could be related. I'm not sure on that one. And ready? 70-year-old Joseph Floyd. Hang on. No. F-I-Y-O-D. Fiode?
Fiode.
Fiode, okay. All three are accused of working together to steal electrical wire from state and city property, and then, like we said, they were selling it for scrap.
Yeah.
They estimate roughly 11 miles of electrical wire was stolen from highways in Providence, Cranston, Johnston, and Warwick.
It's going to take so much money to fix. It's going to be insane.
With materials cost alone, it exceeds $470,000.
Yeah.
Channel 10 says it's unclear how the thefts are connected to the trio. Let's see. They set up a surveillance on Branch Avenue in Providence after receiving information that stolen copper was about to be sold. And then it goes on about how the detectives caught them.
On Branch Ave.
Branch Ave at a company called Metal Services LLC. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Why do you have so much copper wire? Maybe we should call somebody.
Well, right? You'd think the business would.
Right.
Well,
it probably did.
It probably did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it almost, from the way that report's reading, it almost sounds like they said, we'll buy it.
They went to different places.
I'm sure they went to different places.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
so Fiode was driving the vehicle while the other two unloaded the copper. Copper was weighed by the employees at the scrap metal, and it was valued at $1,382.25. DOT officials later confirmed the wire was consistent with the stolen state property. Come on, you just clear it out here. Let's see. During questioning, Jason Smith allegedly admitted that he and his brother, also broke into the Blackstone Valley transfer station in Pawtucket, cutting a fence and unlawfully entering the city-owned building to steal additional copper wire. All three defendants were charged with felony conspiracy, making, repairing, or possessing burglar tools, misdemeanor conspiracy, and receiving stolen goods under $1,500. Jason and Jared were each charged with felony breaking and entering in connection with the Pawtucket transfer station. All three men had previous bail or probation conditions in place at the time of the alleged offenses. Not good. As a result, the court ordered Jason Smith, Jared Smith, and Joseph Fiode held without bail, and probation on bail and probation violations. Defendants will return to court next week for hearing on bail.
Yeah.
So
all three had
bail
prior
and violations.
Hey, well.
Surprise.
Rich, when you were a corrections officer and you saw, so and so was getting out, did you ever? You probably didn't say it out loud. Maybe you did. I don't know. But did you ever think in your head, all right, we'll see you.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh,
please. Please.
You just knew that you're coming back.
He'll be back.
Did you say it out loud?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Why not, right?
And what did they say?
Huh?
What did they say?
They just look at you and walk away.
They wouldn't say, I'm all set now. And I'm straight and narrow or whatever.
Some of them would laugh. Some of them, who cares?
Did anybody say, yes?
Yeah.
So I'll see. Give me a month, and we'll see you again. So
you talk about the copper thing, though, and the sad part about it is that on the veteran side of things, we used to make the grave markers.
Yeah.
Out of copper.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Not the seal. They're like the seals. They're like the I don't know. They're not medallions.
Yeah, like the veteran seals almost.
Right,
and they'd say, a veteran, state of Rhode Island.
And engrave it, okay.
Yeah, it'd be all engraved and everything. And
people still
and then we finally got away. Now it's made out of some cheap metal, which is unfortunate, but still it's,
but no one takes it.
grave robbing, and it's just,
awful.
It's sad. It's sad,
Seems like a lot of work, though, to get all that copper wire for, like, not that much return.
Yeah. Huh?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, that seems like a lot of work for that small amount of money they were going to be given.
But I think it was just the $1,300 at the one place on Branch Ave.
Okay.
Because they're saying it was valued at like $470,000. So I think they were going to different places that and selling it, but they didn't tip off the police. But these people, they were tipped off.
Good for
Come
them.
down to this place on Branch Ave and take a look at this.
Well, it'd be pretty cool because you pull up and maybe you got God knows how much weight on the back from all the copper wire, and you say, no, I only want to sell you this much. And then you look and go, where are you going to go with the rest of it?
Well, I'm going to go to another metal place. So and we thought back then, how are they going to catch these guys? Because they were going underground, Rich.
Yeah.
To get the wire. It weren't like they were climbing poles on the highway. So they did, dark at night, snipping with the tools.
Oh, God, you'd think people driving by would I swear, I don't know what's going on in the world today. Nobody seems to care.
Well, they did. They complained to the DOT.
The
highways are really dark.
Yeah, how come it's so dark here?
Yeah.
The guy at the DOT, hey, I only work 8 to 4. Leave me alone.
They probably said, what do you mean? We just put new lights in. Those new LED lights, too.
Yep.
They should be working.
That's awesome.
And they go out and check. Yeah, they're fine. And so something else is up, but 11 miles. Wow.
Yeah, that's wild.
Isn't that's just amazing. Amazing to us. Maybe that's small in their world. I don't know.
Maybe.
So, I don't know. All right, other things going on down in Pawtucket. They had a shooting in Pawtucket, and they caught the person who's now in jail. Will stay in jail. He was another bail and probation violator. Who he's expected to face a judge again on April 9th. This is Alvin Franco, and so there was the shooting at Pleasant Street in Pawtucket. And talk about making it easy for the police. Alvin Franco was arrested at the house where the shooting took place. Looks like he was living there. So he does the shooting and doesn't even try to leave.
Is this the guy that crawled into the bathtub?
I don't have that information on that. But I
remember
that story.
Right, it was just he crawled into the bathtub where he stabbed. That's the person
that
had stabbed somebody
and
then
just
in the bathroom. Crawled into the bathtub and
no, he's accused of shooting someone at a home on Pleasant Street Wednesday night. The victim was taken to a nearby hospital. He's going to survive.
Go ahead.
He's just facing multiple charges, ordered held without bail.
You'd be so brazen they just hang around and stay there.
Yeah, well, they'll go look for someone who's ran, but no, but here he is. So all right, so that's what's going on there. Let's see. There was a fire in Providence on Christmas Day, and a second person has died because of that fire. 3 residents were critically injured, and now 2 of them have passed away.
Oh, no.
The condition of the third person has not been made known of what's going on, and the cause of the fire, that one still remains under investigation as well. So yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad.
Well, Rich, we'll give you your chance now.
Oh, I get my chance.
You get your chance.
Oh, yeah. What's going? Yeah,
Not what's going on.
Oh, not that.
We'll
We'll get to that later.
We are going to get to that later. But anything you want to say? Any thoughts you have on what's happened in Minneapolis?
Here's the thing, and I've watched, and believe it or not, I actually educated myself and watched many different news channels. I did not stick with my particular, political choice or whatever. And with AI today, you don't really know what you're looking at. I mean, I've sat there and I've said to myself, having been in a former law enforcement myself, and I know the deadly force policy, I really do, and I just say let the investigators investigate and come to their professional conclusions. It's too bad that somebody was killed. My heart goes out to. I mean, the woman who was there. She can protest all she wants, but it seems like that she was a little bit too deeply involved during the whole day, and things just got out of hand at the end there. But I feel bad for her 6-year-old child that she left behind. That's what I feel bad for now.
Three children.
Three children? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So here you go. Here's 3 young children without a mother to raise them,
The kids weren't in the car, were they?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
But I mean, the reports are that she dropped one of the children off at a daycare, or all. I don't know. But the report was one of the children was drop off at a daycare, and then she went to do the protesting all day. I mean, to me, that's irresponsible as a parent.
Well, she didn't expect to get killed.
So well, no, but
to come back and pick up her kids.
But the only thing, and I've seen, and I'm not putting guilt or innocence. In fact, I back law enforcement 100%. Mm-hmm. I will say that. The only thing that kind of makes me scratch my head a little bit is that there's a depending on what video or what picture you're seeing. The officer that, and I'm not saying whether he probably thought in his mind that vehicle was going to strike him. And you literally have less than 1 second in a situation like that to react. Mm-hmm. All right? Now the investigators got to figure out, all right, was he justified at that point of using deadly force based on the amount of time? All that's going to be looked at. To me, it looked like that, and it could be an AI picture. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it ain't. But it looks like in one of the pictures I saw that he was actually he was pulling for his firearm prior to that car going forward. Yeah. But I'm not saying it's a true picture.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is that with AI, you can't say what happened. There are so many angles, what's true, what isn't, who made something up, who didn't make something up, I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing that I do think. I think that these politicians on both sides should just keep their mouths shut. The correct statement is let the investigators do their investigation, and it's just sad that somebody got killed.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you heard this part of the story, but the officer that did the shooting 6 months ago, back in June, he was dragged by in a car. Yeah. So I throw it back to you there, Rich. As a former corrections officer, if something might have happened when you were in the line of duty, and did you ever say to yourself, okay, if that ever happens again, I'm going to do this? Yeah. And then, that happens again, so you do this.
I mean, I had walked into a cell one time. I smelled marijuana. Okay. Going when I was doing my rounds, and I walked into a cell one time, thinking I'll handle this. Uh-oh. I mean, yeah. And there were 2 inmates in the cell. Yeah. And I should. Well, I mean, but long story short, they ended up taking the rest of the marijuana that they had and they were able, because there were two of them, to get it to the toilet and flush it down the toilet.
Okay.
So, I mean, I called the appropriate people afterwards, 2 inmates taken away and the whole bit. I mean, there was still some marijuana that was in the cell. But that you walk away and you say to yourself, second time, next time I'm going to walk the other way down the hall, make my little radio call and get some backup up here. That way we can nab the whole thing. So to me, if this officer, if they find that this officer that did the shooting had a reasonable reason in his mind to think that he was going to be
I'm not getting dragged again.
Hurt, killed, and that's going to enter into the investigation. Yeah. Absolutely it is.
Okay. Just getting Rich Elaine's opinion on this, and well, we know where Melissa stands, so we've talked to her about it earlier. So we're just gonna move on from here. Too bad about the officer in Uxbridge, huh?
God, that's so sad, isn't it?
It is. It's terribly sad to be
just a routine. Yeah.
I'm stopping to help somebody and get hit by a truck.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, that's just awful.
And you remember? I don't know if you folks remember, like maybe about, I don't know, quite a while ago, I was talking about how I thought like the raising and the lowering of the American flag as far as putting it to half-mast was a little bit like it. If something happens in your state, and this is what happened in Massachusetts, and I agree 100%, the governor inside any state can lower the American flag to half-staff of the state and right there. Yeah. But that doesn't mean you have to do it all over the country.
United States,
and so in this this is a prime example of what I was talking about. Yeah, something tragic happened in your state. Yeah, the governor can say lower the flags to half-staff at the state buildings, but it doesn't mean that an American Legion post or VFW post these are private or like the post offices in Massachusetts. They don't have to. It's a federal building,
Right. All right. And Boston Bruins game last night at the Garden, they had a moment of silence.
That was great.
For Officer Stephen Laporta of
I saw that. But how sad is that? Here you are, an officer, you get up in the morning wanting to do your job. You go to I think it was the scene of an accident on 146.
Someone
he was doing traffic.
Down.
Yeah, and from, was it a tractor trailer too that struck him?
Yeah.
God.
So there's a law in Rhode Island. I mean, it doesn't mean people will follow it, but you are supposed to, like, if you see an accident, or you see a police cruiser, or you see anybody, being towed or assisted on the side of the road,
you move over.
You move to the other lane.
Yeah.
I do that anyway, just because you don't want to be.
Mass
who knows, right?
Mass has that law.
Does it? Yeah,
well.
yeah. I mean, it's not going to prevent. Yep.
Law.
Yep. We passed it last year.
It's also, if move over if you can. Because sometimes there's a line of cars.
Sometimes you can't.
And you can't move over. And there they want you to slow down to like almost nothing.
Sure.
And go by at a crawl. So, but we don't know what happened. And the state police is still investigating that. All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee Am program, but more coming your way. And this portion of Coffee Am has been sponsored by the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
OM 1240.
In a world where good food, friendly faces, and unforgettable memories collide, there's one place that stands out from the rest. Gators Pub is proudly celebrating 35 years of excellence in North Smithfield. Join us at Gators Pub, where every visit feels like coming home. Our secret to success? It's simple. Our super friendly staff and mouth-watering dishes prepared fresh daily by our talented chefs. Sink your teeth into our delectable lunch specials from Monday through Thursday and savor complimentary soup to warm your soul. Enjoy the game day excitement with multiple TVs showing the Boston Red Sox while indulging in classic appetizers like our famous potato skins and pita chips. Looking for a lively atmosphere to watch volleyball games? Look no further. Pair it with our juicy burgers or the latest cocktail creations to elevate your experience. Gators Pub, your ultimate destination for good times and great food. Come and celebrate with us at Gators Pub on Route 102, just a mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Make every moment memorable at Gators Pub, where good friends and great flavors meet. Remember, there are no strangers at Gators Pub, just good friends you haven't met yet.
Have more fun this winter.
Come learn to ski and snowboard with us.
If it's been years since you last skied, this is the perfect place to return to learn.
Then you'll have all season to have fun.
Go to Wachusett.com for beginner discounts.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio.
Here is Coffee and on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan along with Melissa Murray and Rich Lane. Thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. Well, there was an earthquake on the Cape.
I heard.
How about that?
Yeah.
Tiny.
Wow.
Two little ones in Mass, actually.
One in Connecticut.
And one earlier this week, a tiny one also.
Yeah. So the one around Mattapoisett was 1.8 on the Richter scale. So that's tiny. Happened around 9 o'clock Wednesday night. Mm-hmm. You been in an earthquake, Rich?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
You have too, Melissa?
Yeah.
I haven't. I have no idea what it's like.
Like a big earthquake, Melissa, or just?
It
like
was a pretty big one,
yeah?
actually. Like my bed was like bouncing. Oh, I woke up and I'm like, why is the bed like bouncing around? I was living in Atlanta at the time we had an earthquake.
All right.
Yeah, in Georgia.
What about you, Rich?
I was in Portland, Oregon,
that makes
years
sense.
ago.
Okay.
Yep.
And I was I was there for a conference, and I'm laying in my bed in the hotel at about 5:30 in the morning, and like I'm saying, okay, what's going on here? So about 30
It's
seconds
weird,
later,
right?
everything stops and everything. So I shower, get dressed, go down to the restaurant at the hotel, and the waitress comes over, and I said, was there? Did you feel a shake or something this morning? I said, because I thought the quarter ran out in my bed. And she goes, yeah. And what is it, Mount Rainier that's near Portland? And that's an active, like, and that was like 120 miles away.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, the volcano burped.
Oh.
I said, the volcano burped. I said, and how far away is this volcano? She's about 120 miles. I said, wait a minute. I said, something burped 120 miles away and shook my bed. I can't wait to get back to the East Coast.
That's something I haven't experienced. I've never been where an earthquake has happened. Although they told me, oh yeah, it was felt here in Woonsocket. And I'm like, I didn't feel a thing.
My cousin was in that one in San Francisco years ago there with that big,
Okay.
she was down at Fisherman's Wharf, as a matter of fact. They just got into San Francisco.
Wow.
And she was down at Fisherman's Wharf, and she said, man, that was the scariest thing. She said, I couldn't wait. She says, as soon as they said the airport was open again for flights out, I was right back on the East Coast. I wasn't hanging around here at all.
All right.
The bridge is swinging.
Yeah,
crazy. Get me off. Get me out.
That and snakes. Earthquakes and snakes. For me.
Well, then the question comes down to both of you, Melissa and Rich. You've both gone through earthquakes and you've both gone through hurricanes. Which would you rather go through?
Hurricane.
Rich?
Yeah, hurricane.
Hurricane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like when the ground is literally moving underneath you, but you're not thinking of that at that time. Like I was also in bed and my bed's like shaking. I'm like, and I woke up and I'm a sound sleeper and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I was like, I'm half asleep and it takes me a second to realize it. I'm like, is there an earthquake? Like, am I dreaming? Like, what the heck? It's really alarming and disarming, right? You're just like, huh? Because you're not expecting it.
So no injuries or damages took place on the Cape. Or the one that happened in near Moodus, Connecticut as well.
Yeah, that was a little one.
But experts say there could be more small earthquakes over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So
there was one a week ago, right?
In case something shakes,
nothing.
There might be another one.
Yep.
All right. Up in Massachusetts, in Brookline, a 14-year-old boy fighting for his life, he crashed his moped into a car because he ran the red light.
Oh, no.
And I feel bad for the driver of the other car who gets the green light. Okay, time for me to go.
Oh, God, yeah.
And, someone crashes into your car.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Emergency services responded to the scene. The boy was transported to Boston Children's Hospital. He was not wearing a helmet, and most people riding your electric bikes or mopeds don't wear helmets.
They don't. I haven't seen them.
And they can get up to, depending on the vehicle, 30 miles an hour. They can get up some pretty decent speed.
Yeah, decent. But 25. If you zip through a red light, you're risking it.
Well, they've been having quite a bit of problems up in that area, Brookline, Boston area. And so I remember seeing a report a couple of months back, not moped, but even those the e-bikes there with the people making deliveries on the e-bikes and stuff. So they've been having problems up there for a little while now with that stuff.
Okay. Alrighty, and just keeping in Massachusetts, a child died at a community center in Mission Hill. And when first responders got there, they found an 11-year-old boy unconscious and in cardiac arrest at 11.
Why?
Well, they don't know. They rushed him to the hospital, where he later passed away. And so when something like this is, it's standard procedure to call in the homicide detectives to find out what caused his cardiac arrest. And
not typical.
Give it to him. So until they rule out homicide, it'll be treated as a homicide.
Wow.
Right now. So because the boy's 11, his name has not been released, and no other information has been given out on that. So it's like, wow, that's
who knows?
Crazy, huh?
That is crazy. It's way too young for a typical incident like that, but it could be congenital too.
It is, and occasionally you hear about it, mostly in sporting events.
Yeah, in sports. Yeah.
You ever hear that, Rich? If like a 12-year-old will die because they're pitching at a little league baseball game.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And they get hit in the chest with the ball at the exact time their heart is not beating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's got to be perfectly timed. Yep. And if it happens, it kills you. Like, wow. Mm-hmm. Incredible. Hey, but it has happened. Like,
it does.
Jeez, that is nuts. That can take place. So, all right. Let's see other things going on. It was on this day in history, by the way. In 1894, the New England Telephone and Telegraph Company installed the very first battery-operated switchboard in Lexington, Massachusetts.
Everything always happens in Lexington. I was hoping you'd say somewhere in Rhode Island. No.
I always like to say my father started out working for the New England Telephone and Telegraph Company, climbing the telephone poles till he got into an accident. He was in Burrillville and up on the cherry picker.
Yeah,
and he can see the car coming.
Oh no!
He goes, he's going to hit me or hit the truck.
Yeah,
and he did.
Oh.
And he fell out of it and broke his leg.
Oh,
yeah. So
that's awful.
When he recovered, they said, "Okay, no more of you going up on the cherry picker." They stuck him in an office job doing that. And we always said, as soon as he got put in the office, he worked for 3 different companies and never moved. New England Telephone and Telegraph.
Bell, right.
Then it was on to AT&T. Okay. And then it was on to Bell Atlantic for a while. NYNEX is in the mix as well. And he might have just, when he retired in '92, it might have just become Verizon at the time, but never moved his desk. Worked for 4 or 5 different companies, or different phone companies. So, but imagine being up in the cherry picker, seeing the car coming.
Nope. Saying, oh gosh. This and then you just tense up, right? And everything's
gonna hit me.
Right.
Yeah, you look around. What am I going to hang on to?
What am I? Yeah. Nothing.
All right. You know what I saw yesterday, Melissa? Because I know you love flying, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm actually a lot better now, but yeah.
Okay. And I saw it was from an airline pilot, and we all do, the masses of us, we all do the wrong thing when we're on an airplane and we hit turbulence. Mm-hmm. What do? We tense up.
Yep, tense up and grab the...
on.
And I don't care if you're next to me and you're a stranger and your hand's on it. I'm grabbing that armrest.
He goes, it's exactly the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, right.
You're supposed to actually relax. This, according to the pilot, sink back in the seat. And he said the other thing that helps is if you exhale longer than you inhale. I don't know how that helps, but... Taking a breath.
I don't think I'm going to think to do that if I'm in a turbulent situation.
He goes, when we hit turbulence, it's just we're riding on the air, and everything is fine. We're not collapsing. We're not falling. We're riding on the air, and that's what's. But people don't like it. So.
Stewardess, bring me another drink, would you please?
I'm not a great flyer.
I'm going to ride this one out. I'll be fine. Leave me alone.
No.
I've been on flights where the flight attendants never left their seats. Because the flight turbulence was so bad.
Oh yeah.
We don't need you flying up and hitting your head. We don't need the drink cart flying and hitting people. And so I've heard the captain say, flight attendants, just stay buckled.
Yep.
And if it's a real emergency, then hit the bell. But if it's not a real emergency, Ride it out.
Yeah.
You have not hit turbulence on a flight until you've sat in net seats on a C-130.
What seats?
Netting type of seats.
Oh, gosh.
When they move troops.
Is this a military thing?
Yeah, it is. It is. You got these like nets that you sit
It's
in.
like a netted little hammock seat.
Yeah, a little hammock type of seat.
How is that safe?
It's not.
And
Do you buckle in?
You're buckled into the.
But you're going to sway
the
back
side
and
of
forth?
the. Yeah, you're like.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and then you hit turbulence.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you don't get warned about those turbulence, so it's just like you're sitting there, and all of a sudden, yeah. Nobody comes back and warns you to stay fastened.
No one warns you.
Yeah, just shut up and stay there.
That's-
You know, and there's no. It's funny because when you're sitting in a C-130 like that, you don't necessarily like complain or bitch or anything like that. You just keep your mouth shut and ride it out. You know.
You don't want to hear it from the other guys.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee and program. It's time for the forecast, which is being brought to you by, we're going to draw the Milk Fund calendar raffles coming up as well. This weather forecast being brought to you by Mattress Warehouse of Providence. Mostly cloudy today. High temperature will be near 50. We'll have a light south wind increasing to 5 to 10 miles per hour in the morning. Winds could gust as high as 23 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy skies. There is a chance of showers mainly before 10 p.m. Low temperature around 37. South wind 7 to 11 miles per hour with wind gusts as high as 22 miles per hour. Saturday's weather, rain likely, mainly after 5 p.m. Otherwise, a mostly cloudy day with a high near 46. Saturday night, cloudy with rain. Low temperature around 36. Sunday, a mostly cloudy day, rain likely, mainly before 11 a.m. High near 42. Monday, mostly sunny, high near 37. Outside the Navigate Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, where the sun is shining and temperature... almost 30 degrees. So there we go. At Mattress Warehouse, save up to $800 on Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Sealy adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get 0% interest financing and free delivery. Visit mattresswarehouse.com for a store near you. Hey, Woonsocket, guess who's back in business? Trudeau's Auto Repair on Cass Avenue is officially reopened under brand new local ownership. Fabricio and Kristen invite you back to Trudeau's Auto Repair. With more than 20 plus years of automotive experience, the new owners have been a longtime customer of Trudeau's and they're committed to continuing the honesty, trust, and care Trudeau's has always been known for. Tune-ups, diagnostics, oil changes, and general automotive repair, plus Rhode Island State inspections can all be done at Trudeau's Auto Repair, 654 Cass Avenue, Woonsocket. Follow them on Facebook.
Integrity, trust, service. 3 words that sum up what you can expect from the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Established in 1987, we've been helping local investors to build wealth and guide them through their golden years of retirement using quality stocks of companies that you know, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We also use investment-grade bonds and low-cost exchange-traded funds. To find out more about our services and for a quality conservative approach to investing, call us at 765-8880. Integrity, trust, service. The Carew Investment Group. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
This portion of the Coffee and program is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
It's Coffee and on ON Radio, and it's time to draw Milk Fund Calendar Raffle Prize. We're going to draw for today, January 9th, and for Saturday, January the 10th. So today's prize is a $50 Cello's gift card from Rep. Steve Casey, who gave us this, or gave the Milk Fund this. And Melissa chose. Who'd you choose, Melissa?
I'm doing. I wanted to do it on camera so
right,
everybody would say.
It's all on the up and up and all.
They're all on the up and up. It is Donna Pelrero.
All right. Very, very good, Donna.
Yay. Congrats, Donna.
So hang on to that for a minute. Now, Rich, you reach in.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing like I did last week. Remember how you pulled from the very bottom?
And you saw me mix it up during the break.
This one right here looks like the extreme top one.
Correct? So this is a $25 Amazon gift card from the top.
So I got to grab that one. What, am I nested here?
No.
No, I am not. Okay. Looks like I got Stacy Bean, Beane.
Stacy Bean.
Stacy Bean, number 141.
All right, very good. Congratulations to our winners today. And on Monday, we'll be drawing 2 new prizes. We'll be drawing on for the Sunday, which is a $100 girls specialty basket, and another $25 Amazon gift card. We'll draw those on Monday. So, Rich, now, what's going on at Post 85?
Oh, we actually got some pretty good stuff going on. First of all, I went to my United Veterans Council of Rhode Island meeting last night, and boy, we got a couple of real good pieces of news on that. In fact, when I was coming in today, I actually took a peek downtown, and it looks like the banners for like the winter banners have come down. And from what I was told last night by Joe Gennaro, past president of the United Veterans Council, who's done a lot of the work with the graphics and the banner program we have, is that the banners that are currently at the World War II Park are going to come down, and they're actually going to go down Main Street.
Great.
The mayor loved the look of the military banners that are downtown now, but he wants them like one pole after another after another.
Makes more of an impact.
He wants the impact on there. And we've actually, Joe was talking to Steve Russo, and they're making plans to room for another 26 banners to go up. And Joe has got one of the concerns we had going over the Memorial Bridge downtown was the crosswinds and what they do.
Yeah.
But I guess Joe found with the company that we've been getting the banners from is they make a type of material there that's almost like a mesh type of thing.
Yeah, it's like a tightly woven mesh, but it still has the wind can still go through it.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking at as far as putting the banners down on the Memorial Bridge. But long story short, I mean. And we can all have our political differences in life, but I'm going to tell you something about Chris Beauchamp, and you, Melissa, same thing. Anytime there's something to do with the military, both you and Chris are right there. So I just can't appreciate that more. And like I say, Chris Beauchamp has been so much in favor of getting these banners up and doing the right thing, and
I knew he would. I knew he would be. You know, when I presented the idea to you, I have 3 brothers that have served. I think a total of 8 tours. And I've had a member of my family, I think, in the military in every single war, going back to the Civil War, right? So we're a military family. So
what I want people out there to know is that seeing that we've just got approval for another 26 banners or so.
Yeah.
If you want a banner, and I'm not going to go through all the addresses you can go to, you can get in touch with Melissa over here at the station. You can get in touch with me, Rich O'Lane, down the American Legion Post 85, and say, look, here's my telephone number. I'm interested in
give me the information, and we'll get it to you.
And we'll get the right people to you to get the picture and all the information we need for a banner. But
if you want to honor somebody, and again, they don't have to be deceased. It can be any veteran from any branch of the military. Yep. And I will just say the cost is $175, but $75 of that goes to help. Goes to the not the post, the UVC, goes into a fund to help folks who need immediate or emergency
emergency funds. Because what'll happen every once in a while is that we'll get a call either at the United Veterans Council or at the American Legion post, and with like the VA in Providence, for instance, if you got a veteran take a look at the weather we have in the wintertime, right? If you got a veteran on a Saturday afternoon,
right,
that like is out on the street, and it's going to be a freezing cold night that night, and we got a telephone call and say, we got to find a place to put this.
Yeah, we can find a hotel room or whatever. Get
so we need cash funds on hand for that.
Yeah.
And believe me, folks,
because emergencies don't happen 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, right?
So before we can even find them any type of the help, we got to get them so they're not out in the middle of the cold freezing to death. So and that's what we do. We'll take some of these funds, and believe me, these funds are well accounted for. But there's nobody that touches this money it's for its intended purposes, and there's enough. Believe me, people say all the time, "Oh yeah, if I give to that, how do I know where the money's going?"
This is not like you giving an extra $1 at PetSmart or whatever, right? This is like real deal.
I've always said this. Because I have handled quite a bit of funds for veterans and stuff, and I've always said this: I do not want God looking at me at the end of my life going, "You stole from veterans." Because I don't think that's going to keep me moving north on the spectrum. I think I'll be heading in the opposite direction. But yeah, that's that. And the other real good news, too, and I just received this last night, was the, how we had the New Englanders helping our veterans with Jim Collins and Bill down here and
Henry's.
At Henry's. And Bill down here at Henry's, they do their thing with the car giveaway. We got a telephone call the other day from it's a program, and you can look it up online. It's called Spark Midas, MIDAS, the muffler placement. And I looked it up this morning. It is the Midas muffler franchises, and they do that program called Spark, and it's basically. If people, and it looks like it's the general public also, but also veterans, if people are in need of a vehicle and they can show this program, their need for a vehicle, that they donate vehicles like that. So I guess what happened is that one of the people that this Sparks Midas program was going to give a vehicle to, for some reason or another, it didn't work out. So they called Joe Gennaro. Joe called Jim over at New England Helping Our Veterans, and there was another veteran that was next in line that needed a vehicle, and we found out last night that that's what Spark Midas is going to do. So but they're going to do the interview with that lady over at the American Legion Post 85, and she's going to end up getting the vehicle. But I'm still working out the details for that interview and stuff. But it's going to be pretty cool. So
it's awesome because it really is life changing for like if you are without transportation. And I didn't have a car for a while. Actually, when I first got elected to the Senate, I took RIPTA to the State House, and like I would just chat with people on the bus, and they were like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm going to the State House, well, what do you work for the state? Oh yeah, I'm a senator. And they're like, why are you on the bus? And and then but like it is, you have to plan your life around other people. You have to wait an hour, at the bus stop, or you have to catch a, it's really hard. It's life changing for people, and it's wonderful that the program exists because it just gives you a freedom that you just can't have. Right?
And from what I'm understanding, this is a female veteran that's getting the car. She's got 2 kids, I guess, and 1 on the way, and she's got a job and everything, but she just can't get to it.
It's hard to rely on people too for
this is
jobs.
Great.
Sorry.
I mean, that's so I'm going to find out a whole lot more. I just found this out last night, so I'm going to find out a whole lot more about it and get a whole lot more information, and hopefully have it for you guys next Friday, and be able to explain a lot more.
All good stuff.
You.
All right, great.
And we got a couple of more things going on here. We got on January the 18th, which is a Sunday. All right, Sunday, January 18th, from 11 to 3 at American Legion Post 85, we're going to do a Coke giveaway. Okay? It's not just veterans. Veterans in the community. Now, It's just adult coats this time around. Sadly, I mean, we used to be able to get children's coats, but they've seen it's been a little bit difficult to get children's coats. But if there's a vendor out there that's listening right now and says, gee, we got a bunch of children's coats we'd like to give you, feel free to give a call to the American Legion Post 85, 401-766-7585. Ask for Rich. And say, hey, I got a bunch of new children's coats that I want to give to that drive so kids can have coats. Get in touch with me. We'll be more than happy to come and get your coats. But what happened here is, I guess this is Ocean State Job Lot that's going to do the donations of the adult coats. And so myself and the commander will be heading down, I think, to North Kingston at some point in time to pick up the coats. But like I said, that's January 18th from 11 to 3. Adult coats, no questions asked.
Yep.
If you need a coat, come on down and go through them, and there'll be plenty of people there to help and assist you. We'll have them all separated to sizes, men's, women's. It'll be like shopping.
Yeah,
It'll be like shopping.
Really,
Come
really.
shopping. A couple other things going on real quick. A few months back, I mentioned that we had a World War II veteran, 99-and-a-half-year-old Mikey Notarangelo that passed away. And we were all so sad because he was like 6 months away from his 100th birthday. And but what we're going to do on February the 28th, which is a Saturday, we're going to have a spaghetti and meatball supper in Mikey's honor. Over the American Legion Post 85. And then the following Saturday, we're going to do a bar dedication to Mikey. So
nice.
That's just a couple of things coming up at the Post.
And I think, aren't you serving pancakes tomorrow?
No, we have breakfast.
Okay.
We have breakfast at the Post every Saturday. Thank you for reminding me of that, because every time I get off the radio, the commander usually gets in touch with me and says, you never mentioned that. Well, we do breakfast on Saturdays. We start at 8:30 to 11. We got breakfast sandwiches down there. I have become an excellent omelet maker, by the way. I just want you to know that. So, we got omelets down there. And like I said, breakfast sandwiches and panini wraps. The commander, Rob LaForde, is definitely known for his wonderful panini wraps. So come on down to the American Legion Post. I would highly suggest, if you say, gee, I'll have a cup of coffee with that, bring your own coffee, because we're not doing like, we haven't got like, can I refill your cup type of coffee?
I see.
Okay, so.
All right, we're going to take another break here on the Coffee Ann program. This portion of Coffee Ann has been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
Are you looking for solutions to meet your business banking needs? At Milford Federal, the longest-standing community bank in the area, they offer customized solutions for commercial lending, cash management, online banking, and payment processing services. Their business banking team is committed to the growth and success of your business with local decision-making and a relationship-based approach. Let Milford Federal be your banking partner. Visit them at milfordfederal.com today. Milford Federal Bank. Our community, your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, and MLS number 465956.
Hello, this is Melissa, and here's what's happening in the Valley. Taking place this Sunday, January 11th at 1:30 p.m. as part of the Museum of Work and Culture Valley's Talk Series. It's Looking Back 50 Years, 1976, and the Bicentennial Celebration in Woonsocket. This panel discussion is hosted by former Lieutenant Governor, grandfather of Autumnfest, Woonsocket's own Roger Beejan. The program will reflect on the state of the city 50 years ago, the ways in which it celebrated the bicentennial, and how it's changed. Admission is free, but you must pre-register. Contact the Museum of Work and Culture, 42 South Main Street, Woonsocket. Do you have an event you'd like to share? Email events@woonsocketradio.com.
ON Radio in Woonsocket.
All right, it is Coffee Ann right here on ON Radio. Joe Callahan here with Rich Lane and Melissa Murray. And You would think.
Oh, Joe, before we go, I just want to jump in because I was talking about pancakes.
Okay.
Maybe I had pancakes on the brain. I've quit. No, by the way, I have quit sugar and grains so far for like the January. Don't ask me why, because
you're following the new pyramid.
No, I'm not following it. I'm not following anything. I'm just trying to get it healthier for me. But I might, since if I can go 8 days without any grains, I'm probably going to stop by the Pancake Breakfast Fundraiser, which is at Post 85, is on Sunday, January 11th, which is this Sunday, and it is it's from time 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and the money goes to support Troop 222. I guess the girls are planning on going on a big trip, but the ticket price is only $12 for adults, $7 for age 5 to 12 and under 5 eat free. But that is this Sunday morning at Post 85. So when you're out and about, come grab some pancakes.
All right, very good. Well, this is just a bizarre story. You think we'd be, when did Mary Shelley write Frankenstein? Was that like 1840?
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay. But here we are in 2026, and a Pennsylvania man is accused of stealing bodies from the cemetery.
Yeah, that's
Police
nice.
say 34-year-old Jonathan Gerlach stole more than 100 full or partial sets of human remains from underground vaults and mausoleums at a cemetery in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Authorities say Gerlach was caught at the cemetery earlier this week with a bag containing 2 mummified remains of small children, and investigators later found other remains while searching his home. He faces hundreds of charges, but there's no word on why he was doing this.
Yeah, that's like Ed Gein kind of stuff. Like, that's just yeah.
Back in Mary Shelley days, back in the 1840s, people would do this and then sell the bodies to science, to medical science. Of course, it was illegal to do it. It was illegal to dig up the body, but it was okay to sell it. It was a very bizarre laws that were okay back there in England at the time. But you would think people would stop doing this now, but apparently not.
This is so vile.
People can't see this right now, but I've got this. When Joe does these kind of stories, I sit here with this real puzzled look on my face.
I just kind of I'm really skeeved out. I'm really skeeved out, and just why?
I don't.
I don't, and we don't have the why, and it's just bizarre. So
I know Joe always needs to know the why. I want to know. Was he making his own?
Are we trying to build a body? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I want to know where they grow these type of people.
So the 4-person crew that's on the International Space Station is coming back early. One of the crew members, they don't say which one, has a medical situation, and they don't say what the medical situation is, but they got to come back for, to get medical attention.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, you know how bad you feel when you're in a car and you don't feel good. It's pretty awful.
Hey guys, we have to go back
to thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. We have to go back to Earth, guys, because I don't
not
feel
feeling
I
good.
guess they canceled the spacewalk.
They did. They postponed the spacewalk because of the medical issue.
Yeah.
Because you just can't step outside and get sick, But imagine how awful that ride back is going to be. Who's ever got the issue?
And the astronaut that's sick. I mean, the amount of training that these guys go through, and the ladies go through to be able to make one of these flights, and then all of a sudden you get up there and it's the highlight of probably your career, and now you're sick.
It's the biggest thing that you'll ever do.
Yeah, and God, that's sad. That's too bad.
So there's two U.S. astronauts. There's a Japanese astronaut, and there's a Russian cosmonaut, but they don't say which one is sick. Or what
I can tell you the one I hope that's sick. Don't laugh, Melissa.
I almost spit my coffee out. I almost spit out my coffee.
Can you guess, Melissa?
I can, and I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say.
How about this story, though, Melissa? Another good dog story. They're blaming the dog for the fire at a house in Missouri. I'm sorry. The owner of the house discovered his stovetop was up in flames because he had just installed some new smoke detectors, and the detectors are going off, and now his stove is on fire. And so he tells the firefighters This is a good story. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But he tells the firefighters that his dog is the likely suspect. They believe the animal was trying to get to a cookie jar that was sitting on the stove. And the dog ended up turning on a burner when he jumped up to grab the cookie jar.
Okay, and presumably it was a gas burner.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now it's on.
Oh.
But how, and maybe the cookie jar caught on fire kind of thing.
Well, if you've got a gas stove, and even if the pilots are lit, of course, before, a little piton pilot on the side or whatever. But the top of that stove is still warm.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's an active flame. If you got a 4-burner stove, which the guy probably had, what are you doing with a cookie jar?
On the stove.
On your
The
stove.
cookie jar is not
wrong.
flammable. I hope the dog didn't catch on fire.
You don't know what the cookie jar is made out of.
Yeah.
It could be plastic. Could be glass, but it could be plastic.
Oh.
But
yeah,
I
guess
thought
so.
that.
Or maybe you had something on the stove.
Yeah,
the only thing you put on the stovetop is a tea kettle.
Yeah, am I too much common sense here? Seriously, who puts a cookie jar on the stove?
So, I know.
I don't.
The man has to buy a new stove now, and no one was hurt, including the dog.
That's good.
So everybody's okay. And I guess the
well,
house is okay,
it's not the
too.
dog's fault.
I don't think it's the dog's fault either, because you left the cookie jar on the stove. Well, the dog's just jumping up and trying to get it.
I like a warm cookie. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I like the chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Warmer oatmeal cookies.
Now you're killing me.
Yeah. But a Lord of Doon Lord of Doon or a vanilla wafer. I mean, no.
The only time I eat Lorna Tunes is when I give blood, because I never see them anywhere else. Why do they give you those? I don't know.
So a new study's out, and because there's all these people out there that are taking these injections to try to lose weight.
Yeah.
The new study says people who stop taking the weight loss injections, they're all likely to regain the weight back within 2 years.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Research published by the British Medical Journal looked at the weight loss medications sold under the brand names Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and Zepbound. It found those who take the drugs often start regaining weight within a month after stopping the medication, and that all of the users' weight loss will likely be regained within 2 years. The research also showed that those who stop taking weight loss injections are likely to regain weight 4 times faster than those who regained after quitting diet and exercise.
Yikes.
So are you supposed to just take the medication and
forever?
Then when you lose the weight, are you supposed to stop, or are you supposed to keep taking it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's the thing about these new weight loss drugs.
Yeah.
And, I'm thinking we don't have, years and years of data. Like, we don't know what happens long term. Is it bad for your heart? Is it bad? I don't know. Being overweight is also bad for your health. But, we don't know enough about these new drugs. And folks, everybody is on them. Like, everybody wants them. So...
Well, it makes sense. If you lose weight just from diet and exercise, and then you stop the diet and exercising, you're going to gain the weight back.
Sure.
So it's kind of the same principle.
Right. Except apparently you gain it back faster if you stop using these. So.
I guess. I always heard that about Rogaine, the hair growing stuff. You have to keep using it.
Forever.
And never stop. You have to keep using it, Rich. Because once you stop, you end up looking like Rich.
Yeah, you end up.
It just immediately starts falling out again. So it's like, well.
Yeah.
No, actually, I had the thing called I referred to it as the toilet bowl. That was
effect, yeah.
Effect. I had that little crease in the middle, and I said, the heck with this.
Let's just get rid of it all?
Get rid of it all. Why not?
All right, here's a good story. An elderly man out in Washington State is able to see his wife thanks to the Spokane County firefighters. Officials responded to a medical call at the couple's home this past week. And as they were transporting her to the hospital, they realized he would have trouble getting out of his driveway because of the recent snowfall they had, and this man should not be shoveling snow. So they shoveled his driveway.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Isn't that nice of them?
Yeah.
They shoveled the driveway, so now he could travel or follow the ambulance to the hospital.
That's very sweet.
Good.
Yep. Good.
So very,
good for
very nice of them. I'm glad there wasn't another emergency that they had to get to. There wasn't another fire that they had to get to.
Yeah, obviously they would have,
Yeah.
triaged the situation. But
Steve, and Rich, can you close the door on Steve? He's bothering
Steve!
me.
Hey!
He's bothering me.
He's bothering me.
Rich.
Funny,
Steve's bothering me.
Gary says the same thing when he comes on.
Steve, you bother me. All right, we're actually going to let the guys get in on time today. So how about that? Yes, we are.
Sounds good.
So we thank you very much for listening in, everyone, to the Coffee and program. Always appreciated. And Melissa Murray, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone.
And Rich Lane, thanks for coming in, telling us about Post 85.
Absolutely. And folks, like I always say, if you're interested in what's going on at Post 85, we got 4 different entities. You're more invited to come down, visit us, and just ask how you can join.
Very good. And Steve Peluso, always great to... Well, not really, but always great to close the door in my face. That's funny. The Do You Remember program is coming your way right after we got the 9 o'clock news coming up. What else do we got coming up? We got Lou Mandel's got to look at sports, a little bit of weather forecast, and then it will be time for the Do You Remember program with Gary Smith and crew right here on ON, AM, and FM. Greatest Hits USA with what's his name? What's his name? Anyways, coming up at 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio.